Hi there. I would say good morning, except it's not morning. It is late afternoon in December still. It's just a few minutes since I recorded last for you, although I think for you it's going to be a week since you saw my last video. So I'm back over at my yard. I have switched out the plow for the lime spreader on my tractor, and I'm going to go over to my little lime station soon, fill it up, and put lime on those two fields. I wanted to show you while I'm here, well, two things. One, I've got the plow now just sort of sitting out here, and I've had this corn and sunflower header sitting out here. I am running out of shed space to store my equipment as I'm getting more equipment. So I think next month I'm going to see about getting a shed put up over there where that greenhouse used to be, the third greenhouse, so I can store more equipment. Kind of depends a little bit on what my other plans are, but I've started talking to the contractor. That shed there that I store most of my equipment in, I don't know if you remember, Knox and I built that together. Knox knew somebody who we got the parts cheap from, and they helped me assemble this. Knox and I aren't talking right now. They've called a few times, but I'm not answering them because I still think they called Frontier Security on me. So I'm done with that friendship. They don't seem to have gotten the point yet. But because of that, I can't really rely on them to help me, and it's not the kind of thing I would ask Rachel to do. She's like super helpful with mechanical things, but you kind of want somebody with a little bit of experience when you're going to be doing some heavy lifting, and those steel beams are not light. So Knox was sort of directing that process, and I was helping. And I don't think I have enough experience to do it properly myself. Well, more importantly, safely. And I wouldn't ask Rachel to do that. So I'm hiring somebody, which means it's going to cost more. Speaking of Rachel, we got one of those arcade machines from behind the bowling alley, and we've had it in my shop here fixing it up. So this is all ready to go now. It works. It's awesome. So a little bit later, I'm going to load this into my truck and take it into the farmer's market because Rachel and I have fixed this up as a gift for Jenny. So this is our Christmas gift for her, and I am really excited to bring it to her. I didn't dare put it in the last video because there was going to be a week delay between the videos and I didn't want to spoil it. But yeah, this one, by the time this video goes out, Jenny will have gotten it. So I don't have to worry about spoiling the surprise. I guess the other thing is, I was just chatting with Nelson, who is staying with me right now. He's working on getting some dinner together. I mentioned, I think it was last episode, he and Lisa aren't getting along right now. They're having a bit of a disagreement about how to handle the fact that Leo disappeared. So I need to get a house set up here for Nelson. I'm going to get something set up by the dairy. He's going to be mainly helping me out with the cows out here on the farm. And my little house over there doesn't have a guest bedroom. I just built it for me. I wasn't really planning to have people staying with me. So we're sort of taking turns on the couch, I guess. I've got to tell you, after being in jail recently, I'm really looking forward to a shower in my own shower and sleeping in my own bed tonight. Nelson has been in the bedroom while I've been in jail. He is insisting he's going to take the couch, but I am younger than him and I'm in a little better condition, so I don't think it's right to have him in the couch. So I think we're going to have to duke it out about who's sleeping where. But I really want to get that house up for him so he has a place of his own. and we don't have to have these little debates. And I talked to the same contractor who did my in the right position? Not quite yet. I talked to the same contractor who did my shelter underneath my house, because I'm not having one of Leo's parents staying on my property with no shelter. That's just not going to happen. That should do it. So I'm going to have them put a shelter down under the foundation where I put a house up for him up there. I may or may not be able to talk Frontier Security into granting him clearance to get a transponder to use that gate so that he can go in and out of the city through that gate. I have one, but they don't really issue those to anybody. I hope there's a better chance that he would get one because his son is in Frontier Security and also missing right now. Maybe there will be some heartstrings involved. But I don't want to rely on him being able to get into the city if something happens. I want a shelter there for him. So yeah, they're planning to come out early in January or late this month to break ground, and hopefully the ground won't be frozen yet so they can do the shelter. So if everything goes smoothly, next month in January, he's going to have a house of his own out here. I have very mixed feelings about that. I have a feeling Leo would not be happy, but Leo is not here. And who am I to say how his parents need to handle this situation? So yeah, I'm going to load lime in from my little production facility here. I don't even want to call it a production facility. It's just a place where I grind up stone that I get from the mill, from Javon, from taking the grain out there. When he processes it, he separates out the stone, so I can bring that out here and grind it up into lime, which I can then spread on the fields. So for the first time, I won't have to buy any lime. I'll just be able to use what I've produced out here. I will get this loaded up, I will go into a time lapse and get lime on that field, and then I will show you what else I have in mind. See you soon. Alright, it is getting late in the day and late in the month, and I'm starting to stretch the boundaries of what I can do this month. At least while there's still light. But I wanted to show you this. I'm over here on my new property. Let's get out of here. This is over... Gate 3 is over there. There's some dead trees here. It's about as ominous as it can get. And Old Town is right there. I bought this property for a few reasons. But one of them is this. You hear this beeping sound. I've encountered this when I was over here earlier this month. There's some kind of beacon here. It's just sticking up out of the ground. And it's making this audible beep signal. I don't know what's down here, but I want to find out. So I'm going to take my side-by-side back over to the yard and get my wheel loader, I guess, with a bucket. I really need something like an excavator or a backhoe, something I can dig down with more easily. Maybe I should come in from the side here. I don't know. I'm also really uncertain about what to do with this property. The trees are going to be annoying to work around, and it's very hilly, so I don't know. It's not going to be good for crops. It sort of goes up to the wall there and over in this direction. I don't know if I should plant new trees. Try to do some logging out here. I guess over here there's this sort of bowl. I don't know. I can't even... It's not flat enough to do crops down in this bowl either. So I really don't know what to do with this property. But I bought it, one, for that beeping. I want to know what that is. And two, because it's this close to Old Town. So this is my property. I have a legal right to be on it. I'm not going to have any more problems with Frontier security, or at least I shouldn't, for being out here. And hopefully no more nonsense about it's too close to a restricted area. I gotta figure out how to leverage this to make it useful to me. But I'm going to. And from here it's really not very far to Old Town. So I'm not suggesting I would take an illegal jaunt into restricted territory, but it's possible I could get there without drawing prying eyes from the city if I'm over here regularly working on this land. So maybe I should put up some trees. We'll see. But yeah, it's gonna get dark soon. I've got to get going with this. I will bring you back in after I have hopefully dug down to see what this is, so we can figure it out together. It's a mystery. I'm dying to find out. Well, I definitely don't love that it's getting dark, but I have gotten to it. I had to buy a chainsaw and bring it out here. There was a tree that was really close here that I had to get rid of. But, this is amazing. This is a literal barrel of money. Look at that. It's just cash. I have no idea what it's doing here. I have no idea who put this beacon here, but I own this property now, so I own this barrel. I'm gonna take this home and count it and check with a lawyer just to make sure there are no problems. And I'll let you know how much money this is. This is amazing. Ridiculous. It's a literal barrel of money. Who even... I mean, someone buried it here. I have no idea how long it's been here. If it was buried before the wall went up. Maybe somewhere from Old Town? Surely it would have been after. I don't know. It's a mystery. I will let you know how much this is once I figure it out. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Well, I'm home. I had to step outside to do some more recording. Nelson almost has dinner ready. He's a little bit, let's say, making himself busy. I think he doesn't quite know what to do with himself. So I had to come out and get a little privacy. Weirdly, these trees that I planted, some of them are already starting to shoot up. This is huge compared to just a little sapling. I don't know if I turn on a flashlight if that'll even make a difference, but I mean, check this out. It's so big and healthy already. It's only been a couple months, and then these other trees that I planted, it still just looks like a sapling. So I don't know if this is trees growing at a different rate, or I don't know, maybe it's really fertile here? The grass has taken off like gangbusters. So, I don't know. The money. The barrel full of money. That was $60,000 just buried over there on that property. I think I paid, oh gosh, close to $250,000 for that land over there, and it's not a small piece, but it's over near Old Town. Nobody wants to be there, and it's quite hilly. So that really helped to defray the cost of it. I'm thinking I might... Oh, I talked to a lawyer, by the way, about finding it, and evidently it's sort of a finder's keeper situation. It's on my property. Nobody has laid claim to it. Who knows how long it's been there. So, I guess it's just mine. Given the amount of money I have now, I'm going to see what I get next month from the sale of the greenhouse goods and what else? Oh, I'm going to sell some silage to the animal dealer. And soon I need to sell the honey. So I still have a fair amount of money to come in from these other goods that I've been producing. I think I'm going to buy the next property over and set up another cow paddock and get some beef cows going. So I can get some beef going into the city for you soon to go with the pigs. Because of the overwintering thing, the animal dealer is willing to cut me a good deal on, I don't know, some head of cows. So I'm going to get that going. I already spoke with the contractor who set up the pig yard for me, and they should be able to do that for me next month to get the cows going. So next month, I will be able to show you my new cows. I don't know if I will have time to get other fields going before spring on that next property over. And I don't know what to do with that one that I bought out there by Old Town. I think it's really hilly, and I found when I started digging with the wheel loader, it's very rocky. And I wonder if it's not far from there over to the quarry where they do some mining. So I wonder if it might make a good place to do mining. Now, that's not my goal in being out here. Obviously, we've talked about this a bunch of times. I want to make food so I can feed the city as we're growing and relieve some of the stress by the rationing and maybe even have, I don't know, lift some of the population growth restrictions. That would be great. I need to scale up big if I'm going to do that. And that kind of money will take me years to come up with, unless I start doing some things that just make money, which could be mining. So if I get a mining operation going, I wouldn't be doing it for myself. I would be doing it to subsidize the growth of the farm out here. And I'm going to have to hire more people to help with the farming and maybe also the mining, which probably means setting up some sort of housing for people out here. With Nelson, there's not many cows right now, and he's helping with the dairy, but I think Nelson being here is the only reason I can work with beef cows too now. I haven't really had time to expand, and the more I do, the less time I have. So I need to get more help. It's not really what I intended when I came out here, but evidently I'm just gonna start moving people out here. Anybody who will come work with me. I'll have to, I don't know, put up an ad or something. This is not what I expected. And of course there's a question of what happened to Leo, and is it safe to bring people out here? I feel awful that Nelson is out here, because it would kill Leo to know I let his dad come out here and something happened to his dad. If anything happens to Nelson, that's going to be like, I don't know, destroying Leo's memory if Leo's not coming back at this point. And I'm sure Lisa, I mean, she already doesn't forgive me for Leo going missing. If Nelson went missing too, I don't know what she would do. Or if worse happened. I know there's something out here now. We've seen proof of it. So is it irresponsible of me to bring people out here to work on the farm? But if I need to feed people, maybe that's a risk we have to take. I guess at least now people know what's happening, now that I've put up that video. So they would know the risk they're taking when they come out here. That was Nelson's argument anyway. I don't know. I have a lot to think about, but it seems like the farm is going to grow, one way or another. I did meet some of the people who worked at the quarry when I was clearing dirt last month. I cleared the dirt out to the quarry on the roads and past it, and it got to talking with some of the people who work there, so now I know a few people there. Maybe I'll talk to them and find out what mining really looks like. Maybe I can spend some time with them at the quarry, see what kind of equipment I would need, how I would go about getting that set up. Gosh, there's so much to do. In the meantime, it's almost Christmas, so I will be spending Christmas with my family. It's been 2 years, well, this will be the 3rd year, 2 years of them not talking to me until that lottery winner ceremony in August, where they just showed up and apologized and told me they were proud of me. As you might imagine, it's been kind of tense since Leo went missing. I'm still making these videos. Now they know it's not exactly safe out here. There are real risks. As you could imagine, parents don't want their kids taking unnecessary risks. But I think I've done enough now that they understand this isn't just some impulse. I'm serious about what I'm doing, and they know the city needs it. They're hit by rationing just like everybody else. So they're not giving me much grief about it, which I appreciate. I don't know if I could take that on top of losing Leo and Phoenix. So, yeah, I guess there's a silver lining. I will be spending Christmas with my family for the first time in years. I need to talk to Nelson because I want to bring him with me. I don't want him on his own now with Leo missing, and he and Lisa aren't really getting along. I can't really do anything for Lisa, but since Nelson is here, I'm gonna see if I can bring him with me. Alright, I think I'll leave you there. This is a lot to think about. between this month and next month, and I will see you soon, I guess. Ta-ta for now.